Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Custom Woodcrafts. Just want to talk to you a little bit more about log furniture making and just kind of get a little bit more in detail about the different things to use for it, the reason why I use the things I use, and things like that. So I guess first of all, talking about the different cutters would be a good thing. This is a 5/8 cutter, and it makes the tenon, and 5/8, I got 1 inch, I got 1.5, and I got 2 inch. You guys might have seen my other video on log furniture making where I kind of showed how to put the tenon and the hole together here. And this is the one I used to make this tenon, the 1.5. And that worked out really good. You can do it different ways. You can take a log, make a clean cut, and you can kind of like pencil out how you want the tenon. So what you would do is you pencil it out, you figure out how wide you want it, and then cut it on a bandsaw. Can't show you the bandsaw, it's way over there. But you cut it out on the bandsaw, and then what you would do is you take a caliper for that, and you'd slowly start measuring your desired width and go from there. Just keep whittling it down until you hit that width. Okay, so that's two different ways of doing it. I don't know all the ways. I don't know everything. But yeah, that's what you do is, and the way you whittle it down is you'd whittle it down to get to the caliper setting with a draw knife, and you just keep working on it. And then you'd use the caliper, you'd measure it, and you keep working on it. Some of these things are expensive. A lot of these cutters like this for the tenons, they go from anywhere between 75 to 150 to up, you know. A lot of these I got at different woodworking shows, and they're not like top of the line, but they worked for me. I mean, I don't do it every day, you know, I do it here and there. So that worked out for me. And then to make the mortise part of the tenon hole here, I used a couple of different things. This is a Forstner bit, and it's got some really nice teeth on it. That's good. I used that in my video, my last video, to make the hole. What I think would be even better or as good is one of these auger bits, and it's got like a screw tip. And what this will do is it'll bite into the little, you know, dimple you make to set the drill bit, and it'll grab and it'll make a nice clean hole. Another way you can go is you can go with a spade bit. Spade bit, it's a little shakier, a little harder to get in, you know, get through. And if your stopping point isn't going to be all the way through to the end because of this long point, that's something to consider. Because depending upon how the depth is of the hole you're going to make is where this could poke out. So there's different ways to do it, different ways of playing around with it. There's tenon depth, and once you determine your depth, you can, you know, if you're making, let's say you're making a stool or a piece of furniture where you have this in here like this, you get another one here, and you got to figure out in between here the depth you want, how much you want to show. All that matters on the depth of the hole. And there's different measuring devices. There's a ruler like this with a sliding stop. That'll measure the hole depth. And then there's also a thinner ruler gauge with a sliding little gauge here. That'll also measure the depth. So there's different ways to do it. Some ways are cheaper. This is cheaper than this. This spade bit is cheaper than the Forstner bit. All different things you can do and try like that. To turn these big tenon cutters, I use a big like 1/2-inch electric drill bit. Something that'll, yeah, it's got to have a little bit of bite. So electric's good. You don't want it to bog down. Or I have this Black & Decker that works pretty good. I got it specifically for this. Things like that. And then something else I wanted to talk about is when you're working on a log like this, some people might say, well, how do you do it with all these knots? You just take like a hammer and a chisel and you just chisel them off. If it's close to where the tenon will be. And if you don't want these little points sticking out, chisel them off. And when you use your draw knife to draw all this, you can pop those little ends right off and it'll just show up like a little white mark. So that's that. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was a holder. I'll have to come around and move the camera. This log holder I built, it'll hold the log in these V-cuts, clamp them down, and you can store all your Forstner bits. You got shavings down here. I scoop them up and I put them in here, and then if I want to burn them or something later, I do that. And this can be made any size, any height. This just worked out for me. A lot of this was scrap wood. So that's pretty much that. This stuff it's fun to do, and that's kind of what my channel's all about. Just doing fun things that make you feel good when you're done. You finish a project, you make a little stool, or you make a little footrest or something. You got something to show people that you did, and it's a good feeling. I want my channel to be all about that. Just have anybody try this stuff. No one has to be an expert. It's just, I was a cabinet maker for 30 years. I'm still not an expert. So just have fun with it. That's what I like about people going on this channel and watching. Just have fun with it. And yeah, like and subscribe. I could use all the subscribers I get and all the likes. That would be great. And I thank you tremendously. So have a good day. You guys are awesome, and make some log furniture. Bye.